Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul.
After so many months of investigations, P. Diddy is finally behind bars facing over 30 charges. While in jail, he has been placed under close surveillance as he may try to unalive himself. Reports are swirling around Sean Diddy Combs, and they paint a troubling picture. The music mogul is currently being held in jail, facing serious charges, and according to sources, he's been placed on suicide watch. This precaution was put in place as he awaits his trial, following his failed attempt to secure a $50 million bail to avoid staying in the infamous Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Despite his legal team's efforts, the judge denied the request, leaving Diddy in a difficult situation. On Wednesday, Diddy's lawyers tried to convince the court that he wasn't a flight risk or a danger to anyone. However, prosecutors countered with some unsettling text messages from Diddy to his ex, Cassie Ventura, after a reported 2016 incident. In one message, he allegedly pleaded, "Call me, the cops are here, I've got 6 kids. You, please call, I'm surrounded. You gonna leave me all alone?" Even though Diddy has maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty to all charges, he remains behind bars, awaiting his day in court. The conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he's being held, are reportedly harsh. Deadly violence, unsanitary living conditions, and even maggots in the food. It's the same facility that once housed notorious figures like Ghislaine Maxwell, Fyre Festival's Billy McFarland, and R. Kelly. Diddy's legal team has argued that the detention center is far from suitable for pretrial confinement. But for now, it looks like he'll remain there as his legal battle continues.
Diddy Combs has been denied bail in connection with the sexual abuse and sex trafficking charges he faces.
Diddy's legal battle is far from over, with his next court appearance set for October 9th. According to reports, his attorney, Mark Agnifilo, is determined to challenge the court's decision to deny bail. "I'm not going to let him stay in that jail any longer than necessary," Agnifilo stated, as he prepares to file an appeal. So far, no trial date has been set, meaning Diddy could spend a significant amount of time behind bars unless his legal team manages to secure his release. His lawyers have also requested that he be transferred from Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center to a facility in New Jersey, but it's up to the Bureau of Prisons to decide. The charges Diddy faces are serious: racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation for the purpose of prostitution. He's accused of leading a criminal enterprise that spanned decades, but he has pleaded not guilty to all counts. Earlier this year, the FBI raided his home, and his legal team called it an extreme use of force. However, the recent indictment revealed what authorities found during the search: narcotics, 3 AR-15 rifles with defaced serial numbers, ammunition, a drum magazine, and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Diddy's defense team had proposed a hefty $50 million bail package, which included surrendering his passport and even selling his private jet. They also suggested hiring private security to monitor him around the clock in an effort to ease the court's concerns. But the judge wasn't convinced. For now, Diddy's future remains uncertain as his legal team fights to get him out of jail and prepare for what's bound to be a high-stakes trial. Despite the vigorous defense presented by Diddy's legal team, their arguments fell short, and the judge ultimately decided to keep the rapper in custody. After the court session on Wednesday, Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, addressed the press, making it clear that they're not giving up. "The fight continues," he insisted. "This is far from over. We're going to move this case forward as fast as possible and throw everything we have at it until there's no more fighting to be done." At the heart of the prosecutor's case is the belief that Diddy poses a significant risk to the public if released before trial. They managed to convince the judge by focusing on accusations that go beyond the already serious charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. Prosecutors claimed that Diddy has a history of using incriminating footage from his alleged freak-off parties to blackmail individuals, increasing concerns that he could leverage his power and influence to silence key witnesses or manipulate the case while awaiting trial. Diddy, however, maintains his innocence, pleading not guilty to the charges and firmly denying all allegations. But for the prosecutors, his denial wasn't enough. They emphasize that the investigation is still ongoing, and argued that keeping him behind bars is crucial to prevent interference with potential witnesses and to ensure that justice can be served without intimidation. One prosecutor even pointed out that the number of escorts said to be involved in Diddy's infamous freak-offs might only scratch the surface of what could come to light. With the case continuing to evolve, the potential for new witnesses or more victims to step forward looms large, and the court was told that allowing Diddy to remain free could hinder the entire process.
You know, he stared straight forward the entire time, didn't shake his head or make any visible facial expressions. I had a view of him right from the side.
Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team hasn't stopped strategizing. They are considering requesting a transfer for him from Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, known for its harsh conditions, to a facility in New Jersey. This could provide slightly more favorable conditions as they work on mounting a defense. For now, however, Diddy remains in custody, with his future hanging in the balance as the legal battle continues to unfold. Diddy is facing a challenging road ahead, with a trial that could stretch on for quite some time, potentially ending in a prison sentence of 15 years or more if convicted. Beyond the legal consequences, the blow to his reputation could be devastating. Eli Honig, a former federal and state prosecutor who's handled complex cases involving international sex trafficking, has warned that things aren't looking good for the music icon. Honig, who has experience with the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York, SDNY, has reviewed the indictment and painted a grim picture of Diddy's prospects. From what I know about how the SDNY handles racketeering and sex trafficking cases, the future doesn't look bright for Combs, Honig stated. With these kinds of serious charges, the odds aren't in Diddy's favor.
That is essentially a judge who handles ministerial tasks, initial appearances. Tomorrow, the defense will take the case.
Even though he has pleaded not guilty, the SDNY is notorious for its thorough, aggressive approach to cases like this, which means Diddy's legal team will have their work cut out for them. But the legal battle isn't just about prison time, it's also about public perception. Diddy's name has long been synonymous with success, luxury, and influence in the entertainment industry. But now, his brand is being dragged into a controversy that could tarnish his legacy. The impact of these allegations on his career and public image could be long-lasting, even if he's acquitted. Adding to the mix, late-night comedy has already started weaving the situation into its content. Jimmy Kimmel, known for his sharp commentary on current events, couldn't resist poking fun at the irony of Diddy's predicament. During a recent episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, he brought up Donald Trump's past praise of Diddy from his days hosting The Celebrity Apprentice. After Diddy's bail was denied on Tuesday, Kimmel quipped, "Looks like he's getting his character references lined up," before playing an old clip where Trump, in typical fashion, showered Diddy with glowing compliments on The Apprentice.
Trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
While the joke added a moment of levity to the serious charges Diddy is facing, it also shows how his past relationships and public persona are now being pulled into the spotlight in unexpected ways. This trial isn't just about legal charges, it's also becoming a media spectacle, with every aspect of Diddy's life, career, and associations being re-examined in light of the allegations. For Diddy, the stakes are high. His legal team will not only need to focus on fighting the charges, but they'll also have to navigate the immense pressure from the media, the public, and even his peers. This trial, if it drags on, could impact not just his personal freedom, but his place in pop culture, as the industry and fans alike watch to see how it all unfolds. Do you think Diddy deserves what he is getting now?